Crawfish. My name is Samantha Carroll, Executive Director of the Louisiana Seafood Promotion and Marketing Board. On behalf of the Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser, and the Department of Culture, Recreation, and Tourism, we are excited to be here in Baton Rouge at Perkins Rowe for this unique event you can only be a part of in Louisiana. I would like to start by thanking Brian LeBlanc and Chelsea Thibodeau and the folks here at Perkins Rowe for welcoming us to the green for today's event. Thank you. Also, special thanks to the Louisiana Hospitality Foundation and Crawfish, presented by the Baton Rouge Epicurean Society. Our board member, Mr. Barry Toops, for bringing our distinguished guest today all the way from Kaplan, Louisiana. And finally, Visit Baton Rouge and Mayor Sharon Weston Broome for welcoming the event into their city. Thank you. Louisiana is the largest domestic producer of crawfish, with peak season running from Mardi Gras until Easter. According to the LSU Ag Center, about 1,600 Louisiana farmers produce 130 to 150 million pounds of crawfish each year, with a combined value of more than $172 million. As a state, Louisiana produces more than 850 million pounds of seafood each year, making Louisiana the largest commercial fishery in the United States. And with that much seafood comes just as much hospitality. Please welcome Jennifer Kelly, the Executive Director of the Louisiana Hospitality Foundation.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. We're here to tell everyone about a lovely fundraiser that will be held this Sunday here at Perkins Rowe. It's called Crawfish, and it is a celebration of the crawfish. And it's also the opportunity to come out and taste bowl crawfish and gourmet crawfish dishes from regional restaurants and caterers all over Baton Rouge. So we are expecting to have hundreds of guests right here in Perkins Rowe, Sunday, March 13th, from 2 to 5 p.m. Tickets are still available online, but moving quickly, especially with this lovely weather forecast that we're going to have Sunday. And we're raising money to help the community right here in Baton Rouge. This event is a fundraiser for two local charities. I work for the Louisiana Hospitality Foundation that has a Baton Rouge committee and fund right here. And when we reap the rewards of the Crawfish fundraiser, we're going to be using those monies to help hospitality workers when they have emergencies. We see all kinds of requests for assistance that includes people who are victims of house fires or car accidents or medical emergencies. And when they're unable to work, they're unable to take care of their basic living expenses. And we're able to fill that gap with assistance for housing or utilities, medical bills, and even in some cases, funeral expenses. So we're thankful to the Louisiana Seafood Board for being a major sponsor of Crawfish this year and the opportunity to tell you all about it. We have flyers on the chairs and on the tables, and you'll be able to taste some crawfish dishes from two of our participating competitors, Rouge Creole and Hummus House, right after the press conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer. What Louisiana event would be complete without food? And today we are fortunate to have some very talented chefs preparing some outstanding dishes for us to enjoy. So thank you to Rouge Creole Restaurant, Chef Jeremy with Hummus House, and our mixologist, Norton Christopher, for being here today. It's all a part of Crawfish, presented by the Baton Rouge Epicurean Society, which is being held this weekend right here at Perkins Rowe. To talk more about what you can expect to see and taste this weekend, please welcome Baton Rouge Epicurean Society President and Chef, Jeremy Langlois.
Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Again, thank you for the introduction about the Louisiana hospitality industry and the Baton Rouge Epicurean Society. This is such a great joint venture that I'm just so proud to be a part of. at the Baton Rouge Epicurean Society, our mission statement is to give back to the community that helps support us. We're a group of restaurant industry chefs, wine vendors, restaurateurs, and we love giving back to the community that supports us. Our mission is to help fight childhood obesity, and we take so much pleasure in doing that and just giving back to these communities. One thing that really excites me about Crawfish as a Louisiana chef is this event just speaks to me very personally. Crawfish is just so important to Louisiana. I want everybody here just to think about it. There's very few dishes or ingredients that will instantly make you think of a specific area. But when we all think of crawfish, we instantly think of Louisiana. And I absolutely love our culinary history and traditions, and boiling crawfish is one of the biggest parts of that. But not only that, if you come here, you're going to get to try all the boiled crawfish you could ever want to eat, but you also get to taste how versatile crawfish can actually be. We'll have many chefs right here in Louisiana and the local areas creating some of the most absolutely delicious and unique and wonderful dishes that you wouldn't even think, how can you use crawfish like that? So as a chef, that's the fun part that we really get to have. But then giving back to our local community. Again, the mission statement for us at Baton Rouge Epicurean Society is all the money that we raise stays right here and stays local so we can give back to the community. So would love to have all of y'all come join us. Again, it's this Sunday. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Chef Jeremy. The unique flavors and diverse cuisine found in Louisiana are just some of the things that create a quality of life that feeds your soul. Since her election, Baton Rouge Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome has placed a heavy focus on improving the quality of life for everyone in Baton Rouge. We are so happy to have her join us for today's pardoning and welcome everyone as we improve the quality of life for at least one lucky crustacean today. Please welcome Baton Rouge Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome.
Well, good morning, everyone. And Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much for helping us to keep hospitality as our middle name here in the state of Louisiana. Let's celebrate all of the work that our Lieutenant Governor does. And I was so excited this morning to see that this was on my agenda, the pardoning of the crawfish. So I'm going to let you in on a secret. One of my date nights with my husband is that every Friday we get 10 pounds of crawfish, and we're having a good time at home eating crawfish. So today's celebration certainly goes beyond the pardoning of this crawfish here today, but it is a return to family, to our gatherings. So glad that the Crawfish event will be taking place this Sunday, and so we certainly are grateful that we have an opportunity now to celebrate here in Louisiana, and specifically here in Baton Rouge. And I'm real hopeful that this will be one of many events that launches us back into what is the heart of Baton Rouge and Louisiana, and that's food, faith, and family. Now, I will tell you, Paula Rigo, as you know, will be pardoned as well very soon. And he will have his next level of peace and freedom. And so, Paul, I just want to say thank you for all that you have done with your leadership in Visit Baton Rouge. So thank you all for being here today, and we look forward to a great event this Sunday as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Broome. Our next speaker is the namesake for today's guest of honor. Paul Arrigo has served as the president and CEO of Visit Baton Rouge for the past 20 years, leading the capital city to exponential growth in visitation numbers and visitor spending. While he is retiring later this year, he is not doing so without leading Visit Baton Rouge through its 50th anniversary, promoting the city as a tourist and convention destination. So please welcome with us, Mr. Paul Arrigo.
Boy, that was rough. The three gentlemen up here have crawfish socks, and no telling what other crawfish paraphernalia we have. Stacey, can you help me? I am really honored to have the crawfish named after me. It is not the first Arrigo to be pardoned, nor is it the first Arrigo to change their name as an alias. We talked about crawfish, but so happy to be part of this industry, tourism and how it connects with the seafood. And I've got to tell you quickly that got a couple of staff members here, Stacy and Jenna and Karen and Tamaria. Got a couple of board members here, Gary and Scott and Mickey. How very, very, very supportive. How supportive you all have been through my career, which is coming almost 50 years, and I started when I was very young. But I just got to show you how honored I am. I'm sorry. How about a little music there, boss? Following this script here, this is so cool. They say I got 4 minutes, so I guess I got another minute, but don't worry, I won't take it. It says here, I have to tell a personal story to introduce the Lieutenant Governor. 6 years ago, right after you came in as, I think you just inaugurated, we were in Washington together for the coldest Washington Mardi Gras. First time we spent time together, although we had met, and we had a very dear mutual friend, David Pavlovich, who we lost. Lieutenant Governor's wife, Cher, and David and his wife were at a reception, and we decided to go to dinner. So we go to dinner, and I was on a roll. I was on a roll. And the Lieutenant Governor leans over to David and says, "Is that guy drunk?" David says, "No, he's just crazy." And I can tell you, I am crazy about my staff, I am crazy about my business, I'm crazy about this state, I'm crazy about this city. It's great to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you. So without further ado, the Lieutenant Governor, who is doing a remarkable job of promoting the state.
Well, I'm not going to take my shirt off. That's the good news. Thank you all for being here. Thank the band. Thank everyone that's participated. Mayor, thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and passion, for everything the hospitality industry does, and also for your commitment to cleaning up Louisiana and working as a team. You're a great ambassador for us. And Barry, thank you. You have delivered a healthy, beautiful crawfish every year. And thank you very much. Now, you know, this is the one thing that we didn't need to cancel. Now, last year, the crawfish had a mask on, and we did it down in Nichols. And so we did do it every year, even through COVID, and thank you for that commitment. And I'll tell you, I got a chance this past Saturday to visit with the past Vice President in New Orleans, and I reminded him as he came around to all the tables at the dinner about, we had taken him around during the 2016 flood, and I reminded him of the conversation we had on that trip where he had talked about the pardoning of the turkey at the White House and how they were bragging how this turkey parades around the grounds. And I said, Mr. Vice President, do you remember the story I told you about the crawfish? We're doing that next week. And I reminded him that I said, look, you may pardon a turkey, but in Louisiana, we pardon a crawfish. We take one lucky crawfish out of the Louisiana swamps, and we escort him to a certain location. We name him after a famous person, and then he lives his life out in a beautiful state park while the rest of his family gets boiled alive. And when the vice president, when I told him that story, he said, son, what the hell are you talking about? And I said, have a good day, Mr. Vice President. But we have a lot of fun with this, and we bring attention to an industry and a lot of hardworking men and women that make all these crawfish possible. And nowhere else in the world do they have such a great interest in food and have the crawfish industry that we have here in Louisiana. I'm so awfully proud of that. And today, as we always honor someone, I don't think there's anyone more fitting than to honor Paul. His years of dedication started in New Orleans, but that passion that you saw up here is contagious, and it goes on to your staff. Sam, thank you for you and your team that you do day in and day out to support the industry all over Louisiana. But it's that passion that Paul has had for the last 50 years, and the reason Louisiana has record-breaking tourism numbers every year. So Paul, it is a great honor. I hope you go out to the state parks in your retirement and visit your friend, and we're going to have a great time today. Thank you all very much.
Yes. It's time to get this crawfish pardoned. Yeah, Mr. Barry, you can come up too. Whereas Thomas Say was the first American scientist to study crawfish and give them their name in 1817. And whereas Louisiana was the first state to name an official crustacean, the crawfish, in 1983. And whereas more than 90% of the U.S. supply of crawfish comes from Louisiana. And whereas millions of crawfish are boiled, sauteed, and otherwise prepared anywhere from backyard boils to gourmet kitchens. And whereas Louisiana recognizes that a turkey shouldn't be the only animal to get a second chance. And whereas the Tuesday after Mardi Gras is officially known as the pardoning of the crawfish in Louisiana. And whereas Arrigo, the crawfish, has been selected from the other brave crawfish who will meet their fate with courage and sacrifice. And whereas Arrigo shall be free being served in any boil, étouffée, po' boy, or dish imagined by any chef or Cajun, and shall be free from water any hotter than what is found in the beautiful swamps and bayous of Louisiana. And whereas Arrigo shall be free to live the rest of his life in our marshes, enjoying fresh water without any spices, boiled, seasoning, potatoes, onions, or garlic. And whereas the name is in honor of Paul Arrigo, President and CEO of Visit Baton Rouge, for his 5 decades in the tourism industry, half of which were here in Baton Rouge. In 2002, Arrigo was named President and CEO of Visit Baton Rouge, leading the city's tourism industry to exponential growth and transforming the capital city into a tourism and convention destination.
And this is my part.
That's your part.
And I, Billy Nungesser, as Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Louisiana, do hereby pardon and declare free Mr. Arrigo.
Yay! Thank you.
No, let's step in front.
So the crawfish and you're going to take some photos here.
Yeah, my short legs, that step is coming.